What up, Dokkaners? With just 3 days left until the end of the 8-year anniversary, at this point, you guys should be done in terms of your summons. You guys should be pretty much wrapping up this celebration, getting the last of your ticket summons in, and spending all the currencies that you've got available. So in today's video, this is just a friendly reminder to let you guys know to buy everything that you can from the 8th anniversary coin shop. Now, what you're looking at here is the login screen. I am recording and posting this video on the 8th of August, which is why we only have 3 days left. The 8th rewards, 9th, and 10th. And then going into the 11th, we would then start the next Dokkan Festival celebration, which wouldn't have 8-year anniversary stuff, which means no more rainbow tickets, no more of these 8th anniversary free tickets, no more 8th anniversary coins, none of that stuff. I told you guys at the beginning of the celebration that I was going to wait until the end of the celebration until I actually used these coins, which is why I've amassed over 800 coins. Now, back when I originally made that video talking about this and going over how many coins you were going to earn, the approximate total was around 885. I went through the math, the daily login reward, which still stands, by the way, so we are still set to earn at least, 20 to 30 more coins, given that you earn 10 per day, 7 from daily mission or daily login, 3 from missions, that's 10 per day, 3 days left, that's 30. So depending on whenever you're watching this, could be 20, could be 10. And then the thank you rewards that JP received, there were 3 of them. So factoring in all of these different calculations, we came up with a number around 885. Now, given that I already currently have 823 coins and there are still 3 days left, that means that 30 more coins would be headed my way, which would put me at 853. But we also haven't yet received the thank you celebration rewards, or like a final thank you for the entire anniversary. This is what JP received basically a day before the next Dokkan Festival celebration. So Global should be receiving something similar in the next couple of days, and JP received 80 8th anniversary coins. Will Global receive the same amount? Because if so, then the new total would be somewhere around like the mid 900s on Global. But when it comes to rewards, typically the values aren't exactly the same. Sometimes there could be some small little wiggle room for error. So if that is to hold, then Global could be receiving over 900 coins. But regardless, this is not something where I really have to hold out any longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy what I want to from the shop. Now, looking at the costs here, I wrote down a few things. If you want to buy 5 of a single Grand Kai, you would be spending 60 coins. If you want to spend 5 copies of a single free-to-play unit, you'd be spending a total of 75 coins. 5 times the large meat, 35, diamond statues, 130, so on and so forth. 150 coins are needed to buy 1 set of hidden potential orbs. That means large, small, and medium. And that's what I'm going to be primarily going for, because for me, I've already farmed out, well, not farmed out, but I've already got all these characters from years past, from previous celebrations. I caught up. I was not around for year 1 or year 2 or year 3. I only started year 4, and that's when I first received the physical Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So these 3 units were not obtainable for me at the time, except for during these like major celebrations. So what I did was I first set out to catch up on all the collectible characters. It's not that big of a deal. It's more for the collection purpose that I do it, but you never know, right? At some point down the road, maybe Dokkan elects to start easying these characters. Perhaps they first give the TURs, then easy. I don't know what they would do, but I would much rather just be prepared and have them than not. So that is why I first set out to obtain all of these different characters, which means I think during like year 4 and year 5, I didn't care about the Kais. I didn't care about the Zenny. I didn't care about the hidden potential orbs or any of that stuff. I focused mainly on the characters, which is why I probably spent more like this, maybe times 10. So I bought 10 of those characters, or maybe less, I don't know. But that's what I focused on first. Now that I'm all caught up, I've got every single character rainbowed, because, whale, I play a lot. My only concern at this point would be Kais. It could be Zenny, or it could be hidden potential orbs. Now, you guys might know or be familiar with the fact that as a, big-time Dokkan player, I use a lot of my hidden potential orbs for rainbowing characters, both free-to-play and otherwise. I don't have the most strong library of hidden potential orbs. I'm usually generally pretty short on certain orbs. This time around, it looks like I've been spending a lot of the int orbs, so I need to replenish that, but none of these guys are at the 9999 mark. Like if you guys have been stockpiling a ton of these orbs, you probably have that. So you probably don't need more of these. If you're not somebody who is in the habit of rainbowing characters or investing a lot of hidden potential into characters because either you're a budget player or just because you don't use too many different characters, that's not something you need to concern yourself with. So, it all depends on what type of a player you are. I would say universally though, stamina is unquestionably the most useful. So regardless of where you stand on whatever else you want to pick up, I think stamina would be very useful. Zenny, I don't think is as necessary because of the fact that you can farm out Zenny infinitely through various other means, Extreme Z battles, you know, story farming and things like that. So I don't think the Hercule statues are as important. And then for these items, these are unlimited, but I would not recommend you actually buy these because these items are already available in the Zenny shop. You can buy these items in the Zenny shop, which is something that I have been working on for quite some time. I've been spending all of my excess Zenny reserves to max out all of these different items so that I never really have to worry about them, right? So I've got almost 9,000 Ghost Ushers. I've got almost 8,000 Android 8s. What are my... Oh yeah, these items are limited, but I've got like 5,000 of the Whis. I got like 3,000 of the Kid Icarus. Maybe I have like 6,000 of Princess Snake. That is where you can get those items, so I wouldn't concern myself with that if I were you. Really, the only thing that I would say would be Kais and Hidden Potential Orbs if you don't care about picking up all the different items. Training items you get from playing the game. Awakening medals you get from playing the game. You can also farm them for using Incredible Gems in the Incredible Gem shop. There's really nothing else that is worth it. Now, in terms of the rest of the cost breakdown here, with 885 coins, you could buy every set of Hidden Potential Orbs. That would amount to 750, with then some change to spare, which you can then spend on other things. You could spend 35 on the stamina, on the meat, and then whatever else left over. 11 different rainbow free-to-play units can be obtained with this amount. Remember, we could be receiving more than this if we, you know, assuming we receive this by the end. So you could also maybe buy a 12th free-to-play character in Rainbow if you are a collector. Every Grand Kai plus 105 million Zenny worth of statues. So I was just at this point trying to come up with a bunch of different combinations. So if you bought every set of Grand Kais, so 5 times 5, so 25 Kais plus all the Hercule statues, that would amount to almost 700 of these coins, which still gives you a lot to spare. And then if you bought 295 Ghost Ushers, you would spend 885 coins. Obviously, you could spend a little bit more given the math, but these are just a few combinations that I threw out there for some ideas. Now, for me, I'm going to go for the Hidden Potential Orbs, so let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to buy all of these in one sitting. I gotta say, it feels kind of weird because every time I see this in the shop, I would actively avoid it on account of wanting to make this video. So now that I'm actually doing this, this feels so wrong on so many levels. I don't know. It actually like feels really, really bad. But this is what I do. This is why I go crazy on the World Tournament. For those of you who wonder, why does Toon go crazy on Chain Battle? Why does Toon go crazy on the World Tournament? Part of it is trying to get all the Hidden Potential Orbs that I can. One of my goals that I've wanted to have since I started playing this game and once I started making content on it was to have every single character rainbowed. I know that that's an impossible dream, unless of course Dokkan just stops, you know, stops existing and I have time to catch up. But I would like to have every single character rainbowed. It's a lofty goal, probably never reachable. I think Goresh also has something similar, and I think also Truth, which doesn't really speak to where I stand as far as not being at their level. I'm not, but still, I probably shouldn't have said that. All right, so with all of those coins spent, I am now at 73. So I was at 823, and now I'm at 73. So I spent 750 coins. I am definitely going to get this stamina. This is basically free action. You can do whatever you want with this extra meat. So I'm going to buy all of this, and that is now gone, which leaves me left with 38 coins. Again, this is 3 days before the end of the celebration, so I will be receiving at least 30 more coins. And then assuming we also receive the thank you rewards for the celebration, that would be another 80. So that would bring my total to 110 plus this, 148. With 148, I will not be able to sadly buy all of these Kais because you need 60 to buy one set. So if I want to get 140's worth, I would basically be able to buy 2 sets of these Kais and then a little bit of a third one. So let's just find which one we have the least amount of. It's probably going to be AGL. It looks like AGL is probably the least one. So I'm going to buy the full set of AG. Oh, right. I don't have all the coins right now. So I will buy whatever I can at the moment, and then I will buy the rest when I get the rest of the coins in the next few days. And hopefully we do get 80 coins. Maybe we get more, you know? Maybe we end up getting more than JP. Maybe we get 100, 150, which would be great because that just means more bang for my buck. So now that I go back in the shop, all of those slots are now gone. We've got 2 coins left over. And yeah, none of these other things that I'm missing out on are really going to affect me in any way. Once I buy the Kais, and if I have a few coins left over, I'll probably use that just for Zenny, because you can never have enough Zenny, right? So at that point, I'll just buy a couple of these. But that is it. So make sure you guys pick up everything that you can possibly get from the coin shop before it is too late. Dokkaning responsibly is a 24/7 gig, but it is very rewarding. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you guys have been spending your coins expeditiously throughout the celebration? If so, what have you spent your coins on? Did you buy any collectibles? Which ones in particular? Did you buy hidden potential orbs? Which ones in particular? Let me know your spending spree in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know we're going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and don't forget to Dokkan responsibly.